Hello and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today we are going to be looking at RunwayML, Pika Labs, and Luma Labs, some of the most top and high performance video generation models out there, and we're going to be seeing which one is truly the best. We're going to be rating them from 1 the best to 3 the least, based on the quality of video, how accurately it responds and creates a video according to our prompts, and also whether it's easy to navigate for a user. So let's get started with RunwayML. RunwayML can do a lot of different things, such as generating video, images, audio, things like that. But today we're only going to be looking at video generation because Pika Labs and Luma Labs are primarily video generation models. Let's look at a video I created. I've been wanting to create a video of a path kind of through a forest, and I decided that I would use the same prompt for each of the different models, RunwayML, Pika Labs, and Luma Labs, and see how it responds to this prompt and maybe see like the differences in the video that it creates. So let's look at this one right here. This is just a little waterfall with cherry blossoms, moss-covered rocks. It looks really pretty. Let's look at the full prompt right here. A marble path with gold streaks winds through a forest of cherry blossoms. The setting is in Japan, and the flowers are slowly falling with a gentle breeze blowing through them. At the end of the path, a waterfall and stream majestically splash through the rocks. Okay, so when I was creating this prompt and this video, I wanted a marble path with gold streaks that winds through a forest of cherry blossoms. As you can see, there is no path here. Maybe you could see like a little bit in the distance in the background, but there's no visible or obvious path here. So it completely ignored the focal point of the video. It got the forest of cherry blossoms. I really liked how they added the moss-covered rocks. That was a thing that I really liked. You could also see the gentle breeze blowing through the trees and also like the sunlight that is flashing on the rocks. But there are no flowers falling that I was wishing for, and also they caught the stream and the waterfall, but my idea for this video was kind of a camera going down a marble path through cherry blossom forest, and at the end of the path, it reaches a little waterfall and stream. But as you can see here, there's no path, so the waterfall can't be at the end of the path. The quality of the video is pretty good. It doesn't have a super realistic quality to it, but that's expected when you're creating videos or images with AI. But it pays attention to a lot of the little details. Like you can see sometimes like the individual flowers and also like the individual branches. That was really nice. And you could also see like how the waterfall and the stream go back, and there's kind of a sense of depth to this video. So I think this is pretty good. Obviously, it ignored the marble path that I wanted to be a focal point of the video. But overall, I think other than the marble path, I think it was a pretty good video. It paid attention to the details, the rocks, the stream. But yeah, the marble path was a really big focal point, and the fact that I missed it kind of makes it ranked a little bit lower. Let's go look at the user interface of RunwayML and see whether it's user-friendly. So as you can see here, RunwayML has one page for image to video, text to video, and video to video generation. You just need to click through the different options. So if you want to drop an image or upload an image to create a video from that image, then you could do so. You just drag and drop an image in here or click to upload. You can also create an image with RunwayML to upload here. You can also upload a video to go from video to video generation just by uploading a video, dropping it in here. You can also describe your shot down here, basically prompt. And in order to only do text to video, you can only do Gen 2, which is the only model that allows only text to video generation. Gen 3 only allows image to video or video to video generation. But overall, this user interface isn't really that overwhelming. You can see basically it's pretty straightforward. You drag and drop an image in here, or you basically type in and describe your video down here, click generate, and it generates a video for you here on the right. But this wraps up our little overview of RunwayML. We are now going to go to Pika Labs. Pika Labs has a little different user interface, as you can see right here. They have a lot of new additions. They have Pika swaps, where you can select an object in the video to swap. As you can see here, they swapped the wheels of the car for donuts. You could also do Pika additions, where you upload a video and you replace an object with another object that Pika generates. Like for this example, he opened the box and the octopus popped out. Pika scenes, basically, you describe a little scene and it creates it for you. Pika effects, they're kind of like effects like this one. You peel it off. It's like a sticker. And then this one's like tearing. I'm throwing it in there. This guy's squeaky. But yeah, they have a lot of different settings that you could try out, which is really cool compared to RunwayML. So let's now go to my library and we can look at the video I generated with the same prompt right here. Okay, so as you can see, it gets the path, it gets the cherry blossoms, and there's a really cool waterfall in the background, which I really like. This, it kind of messed up with the gold streaks a little bit. I was looking for a marble path with like only gold streaks, not a completely gold path. But it gets the path compared to RunwayML. As you can see, the flowers are slowly falling from the trees. The trees are gently swaying in the breeze also. And then you can kind of see like a little person there in the background. I didn't ask for that, but it just added it right there in the background. What was really cool also was what's over here on the right. It didn't just, the water kind of flows from the pond in the background all the way over here by the side of the pond. You can also see like the path is kind of elevated on little wooden pillars, which I thought was really cool. It gets the moss-covered rocks. It gets a lot of detail. In the background, you can see a little cherry blossom tree on top of the waterfall in the distance, which I thought was really cool. And it kind of got like the cliffs. And this is overall really, really good. Quality of the video, it looks very not realistic, but as you can expect with AI generated videos, but it looks really good for not being created by humans. Let's look at the prompt. Let's see if I can. Okay, I pasted the prompt down here. So I asked the same thing, and evidently got the marble path, gold streaks. It kind of messed up a little bit, but everything it caught in the prompt. everything that I asked for, it created, and I think this is really good. So that's my video that I created. Let me show you the user interface. This is basically where this page is where the user creates their videos. You type in your prompt down here, and then if you want to generate an image, then you just press the image button and you can upload one and generate one. You can also click on different things like Pika effects, Pika scenes. You have to pay for this one. But yeah, everything you create is on this page. You basically type in your prompt, upload some images or videos if you need to, and this is where all your videos show up. This is pretty straightforward, pretty easy to navigate. I mean, it doesn't take rocket science. Some AI platforms are really overwhelming, but Pika Labs is pretty good. So that kind of wraps up our little overview of Pika Labs. I think Pika Labs is really good for how it created my prompt. I mean, evidently, Pika Labs can kind of mess up on videos a little bit, and like here, you can kind of see a little fiddling with the hands, but that's expected with every AI video generation model. Let's go to Luma Labs now. And Luma Labs has a new kind of updated version where they updated their Dream Machine. The Dream Machine is basically the kind of model behind how we generate our videos. So they kind of updated it and made it really, really advanced. So I did the same video for this Luma Labs. I didn't ask for a waterfall in the background at first, but I ended up asking for a waterfall at the end right here. So let me show you. I asked for a marble path with gold streaks winding through a forest of cherry blossoms. Basically the same thing, I just didn't ask for the waterfall until the end. But as you can see, it highlighted the different keywords in the prompt. And if you click on it, then there's a bunch of different variations that you could click and generate another video with that variation. One thing about Dream Machine is that you put in a prompt or a request and it creates a prompt behind the scenes for what it thinks you're trying to get at. So you can basically ask with natural language, and you don't have to be a super big expert at prompt engineering, because if you just put in a relatively simple prompt like I did, it creates a prompt in behind the scenes and creates a video according to the prompt it created. And this is really cool because this allows the user not to have a really big experience with prompt engineering or generating really good prompts, and it helps with generating a better video as well. Whereas Pika Labs and RunwayML, they just go off your prompt that you include in the video generation. It doesn't create a prompt behind the scenes. It just tries to create a video based on what they think you are saying in the prompt. But let's look at the video right here. As you can see, it kind of gets the trees, the flowers falling. It also gets the gold streaks in the marble path. It doesn't have the rocks that RunwayML and Pika Labs had, but as you can see, it kind of has a little grass on the sides. What's weird about this is that maybe it's snow. Like at the top right here in the background, you kind of see snow-covered trees, and it kind of looks a little bit hazy, like it's raining or snowing somehow. But as you can see, the marble path bends and it goes on. There's kind of a sense of depth in this video, which I really like. But looking at the prompt and looking at this video, I mean, it got a lot of what I asked for. It got the marble path, it got the gold streaks right, unlike Pika Labs where I just created a whole marble path that's gold. It also got the cherry blossoms and the little flowers falling in the breeze. You could really see kind of how the flowers are kind of running into the camera, and there's kind of a breeze blowing into the camera and blowing the flowers into the camera. And you can evidently see it's in Japan, and I think he got basically everything that I asked for in the prompt. This was the second variation it created. As you can see, a little different. There seems to be some gold flowers falling, which I didn't ask for. And also the marble path isn't white. It's black with gold streaks. It also has like tiny, I don't know, cherry blossom bushes by the sides. Got little rocks. And there's kind of a sense of depth in the video as well. And you can't really see the path bending like this one. But it seems to be going straight. I think it's pretty good. This one's evidently better, but this one's also really good. Here I asked for it to eliminate the gold streaks, so it's just pure marble. This was what I created. Both of these are pretty similar. Still has flowers falling, and you kind of see on the ground too over here, which is really nice. Really pay attention to detail. And there's a lot of grass by the roots of the tree, and you kind of see like the little tiles in the path, and you can also see how the path kind of forks in the background. Same thing here, a little grass on the sides, flowers falling, things like that. Oh, what was also nice was how these two little trees arced over the marble path, which I thought was really nice. So I asked it to add a waterfall at the end of the bath, and it didn't really get the waterfall. As you can see here, at the end of the path, there's no really kind of waterfall there. Let's go to the other variation. Yeah, here it doesn't really have a waterfall. And also the camera kind of goes to the side, which I thought was kind of weird. There's a bit more rocks, and the trees seem lower. So I think that Luma Labs generates really good high quality videos, as you can see with these videos it generated. It also has a really cool user interface. You basically just type in your prompt right here. You could also click on these and create a little variation, which I thought was really nice. And then you can also press brainstorm right here, and it kind of gives you little ideas and little maybe variations that you could do. Like this one is just through a forest, not really a cherry blossom forest. And it just gives you a lot of different variations, which I think is nice for beginner users who are struggling with coming up with an idea to create a video with. But yeah, Dream Machine is really high end and really advanced. I really recommend you go and try out Luma Labs for yourself. I was using Luma Labs a few years ago, and it was not as advanced as it is right now. I mean, all the video generation models that we went through a few years ago, they were very beginner. They messed up in a lot of their videos, but now they are really advanced and really get your prompt in a really high quality video. So let's go ahead and rate these video generation models. I would say that Pika Labs is first, Again, this is only based off of one video. I would probably need to create like tons of videos to accurately determine which one's the best. But just with this prompt and just with this video generation, I think that Pika Labs is the best, number one, because it paid attention to basically everything in the prompt I asked for, and the quality of the video is really good. It has a little, like, not really realistic, but very majestic kind of look to it. And it pays attention to a lot of detail, like in the background, that little cherry blossom forest at the top. And I just think this is really, really good. Of course, it didn't really get the gold streaks, but it almost got everything other than that in the prompt that I asked for. And the user interface is really easy to maneuver. Basically, just put your prompt in here, pick which model you want to use, and press generate, and it generates a video for you. The time it uses to generate a video is a bit slow compared to Luma Labs or RunwayML, but at the end it creates a pretty good video based off of your prompt. Second, I would place Luma Labs. Luma Labs paid attention to everything I asked for in the prompt. Evidently down here, when I asked for a waterfall, it didn't really add a waterfall at the end of the path, which was a pretty big point. I mean, in the video, I really wanted that waterfall at the end of the path. That's why it's below Pika Labs. But it mostly caught everything with the cherry blossom trees, the kind of breeze. I really like how the flowers are kind of running into the camera, like the breeze is blowing into the camera, or a person is like walking against the breeze. And there's also a really good sense of depth in the video, like here, how the path kind of forks in the end, which I really like. And the kind of sun, like sunlight that is coming down on the marble path is kind of like majestic and surreal, which I really like. And also, it got the marble path down really nicely because, as you can see with Pika, it didn't get the gold streaks, it just made a gold marble path. But as you can see here, it really got the gold streaks and it really made it nice. The user interface is really easy. I think this user interface is a little bit better than Pika Labs or RunwayML because they have a lot of different like variations and ideas that you could pick from. And it's also easier for the user to create a prompt and create a better video because Luma Labs basically picks out keywords in your prompt, creates a prompt of its own based on what you think it wants, and creates a video based off that prompt. So this allows the user to create a better video without having to create a really good prompt. And as I said before, you're able to access a lot of different ideas and kind of go on different branches of ideas here on Luma Labs. So this is really good. Let's look at RunwayML. Of course, RunwayML is last, and for a reason. It did not get the marble path that I was hoping for, and this is one of the main reasons that I put it last because the marble path was a really big part of the video, bigger than the waterfall itself. I would have rather had the marble path and not have a waterfall like Luma Labs than have a waterfall and no path because the whole point of the video was the camera walking down the path and it did not get that. Of course, it didn't get the gold streaks because there's no marble path. But overall, I think the quality of the video is good. It has the rocks, you kind of see the breeze flowing through it. There's no really camera movement that I was hoping for, but the stream and the waterfall is really nice too. You can see a lot of detail there. And again, there's a sense of depth that I really like about this video. User interface of RunwayML is really easy to use. Just drop an image or video in here, describe your image or describe your video you want to create, press generate, and it generates a video for you here on the right. So overall, I think RunwayML is pretty good. Again, if I generated another video with a different prompt, maybe I would rank these models differently. I'm not sure. But overall, all these video generation models are really advanced now, and they are really, really easy to use to create really high quality videos. So I hope you guys like this video. Go ahead, please, I recommend you go and try RunwayML, Pika Labs, and Luma Labs yourself, and maybe even comment down below which one you think is the best. I hope you guys thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.